Well, this is our second day of clouds coming down so low that we're literally in the clouds up here on Melrose Mountain. And so it appears to be fog, but in reality is nothing more than clouds that have lowered themselves down to 3,000 feet. And we're in the midst of clouds. We can tell that fall is on its way. This is the kind of weather that can occur in the fall and the spring, and it's a little dangerous going up and down the road with the fog or the clouds hanging down on the mountain, but we try to be careful as we do that. Also, Jasmine's taking a nap, so I don't think she's going to interrupt today's video with climbing on the back of my chair. If you missed yesterday's episode, got to be sure to see it. It's as if she was knowing that I was talking about cats and she wanted to be in the video. Today we're continuing our series on some of my favorite scripture verses, and we're going backwards from Revelation to Genesis, and we're still in the book of James because I just love this little book and it has such good things in it. Today we're going to look at chapter 4, verses 1 through 4. What is the source of your quarrels and your conflicts among you? Is not the source of your pleasure your pleasure that wages war in your members? You lust and do not have. You commit murder. You're envious. You cannot obtain, so you fight and quarrel. You do not have because you do not ask. You ask and do not receive because you ask for the wrong motives, so that you may spend it on your pleasures. You adulterous, do you not know that friendship with the world is hostility towards God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. Now, I want to stop there for a minute and just reflect back. Even within the church, aren't a lot of the quarrels and fights and problems within the church the fact that we're selfish and we want our way? We want things to be exactly as we want them. There's no compromise. There's no trying to understand the other side. And isn't it because we also have a desire for things, and we have that desire with the wrong motives because we want to enjoy it ourselves? Don't you know that when you have a love for the world, it makes you an enemy of God? Now listen, we drop down to verse 7. Submit therefore to God. Resist the devil, and he'll flee from you. Draw near to God, he'll draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Something interesting has happened to me over the years, and I think it's all good. One of the things that God has been teaching me is more humility, less pride. One of the things that he's been teaching me is less of the world and more of him. So I found that it's really true. When you draw close to him, he draws close to you. And I examine my motives in a lot of the things that I do now. I make sure that there's not a desire on my part just for my own pleasure, but that I really consider all of the desires of my heart in light of what I think he wants me to accomplish and what he wants me to do. That's my thought for the day. I hope you'll reflect today. Are you loving the world too much? Are your motives not as pure as you think they are because you really want it for yourself? Is that not the reason that you find yourself in conflicts, problems, difficulties? I think we could all take a second look at a lot of the motives that we have, a lot of the desires that we have. We need to draw close to God. He'll draw close to us. That's my thought for the day. God bless you. Have a great day.